From Harry Potter to the Age of Innocence, in a career spanning 6 decades, award-winning actor Miriam Margolyes has entertained millions of us.
Yeah, so next month she's at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival doing a live show, 83 years old. We get very lucky sometimes, don't we, to meet people and have a chat, find out a bit more about what they're like. It is not dull meeting Miriam Margolyes.
Morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I want to fart. Now, wait a minute.
Hold on.
There we go. There we go.
Is it nerves?
No, it's wind.
Well, yes, but I wonder if I know what it is. I just wondered if it was nerves that create the wind.
I don't think so.
No.
It's just a decision to let it go, you know.
Well, yeah. It's a liberating experience.
Oh, yeah.
How are you? Because people have been mindful that you've not had the best of health sort of lately. Are you okay?
Well, I had a heart procedure done. I had a cow's aortic valve inserted through 2 holes in my groin. There are already 2, but another 2. And they took it out inside and they just sorted it. And so now I've got an extra valve.
And so it's all good?
And that was a year ago, and I've survived.
So much so that you're going to go to Edinburgh and do a show on stage, which is demanding in itself.
It's scary, and I'm a bit nervous about it because I haven't been on stage for about 4 or 5 years. But I thought, while I'm still alive and while I love connecting with an audience, let me do it. But I wanted to come back just for one more time, to do the thing I love most, which is performing Dickens.
Mrs. Corney? If I may make so bold, ma'am.
And then I thought, but I must give the audience a bit of myself as they know me now, which is as a loudmouth talking personality, talking about sex and everything else.
I love that you say that effectively the first half is Dickens, second half, I think the first word you used is sex. So that's a pointer.
People are always asking me about it. Even Louis Theroux is a very serious and important documentarian. When I had an interview with him, he just didn't go below the, above the waist. We were below the waist the whole time. And in the end, I had to sort of pull him up a bit.
You do have a reputation, which you may or may not like, for being very open. And sometimes, using language that, like on BBC Breakfast, we wouldn't normally use.
I've always been naughty, and I've always used naughty words. Even when I was at school, as soon as I knew a naughty word, I used it, because it made people laugh, because it got a reaction. I didn't know that it was commercial until I went on chat shows. And when I went on chat shows and started being asked questions about my personal life, I just let it all hang out. And most actors prefer not to do that. It's a true story. You know Martin Scorsese,
I do.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, I was in a film that he was directing called The Age of Innocence, a very good movie, by the way. I hope you thought so.
Yes.
And when I got in the room, I could see they were just exhausted. When you see people in that state and you know you're going to be working with them, and I thought, I know what I can do. And so I stood up there and I just lifted up my top and tore off my bra. But I don't care how I'm known. I just want to be known.
Does that mean you have no filter?
My filter's got bigger holes. I think sometimes I just get naughty and I want to see how far I can go.
Do you think in some ways that has got in the way of your acting career, the thing you hold most dear?
No, I don't actually. I don't think it's got in the way. I think it means that I do sometimes different things, that I'm now a documentarian interviewing people, rather like you're interviewing me. I also interview people. And I still do act, but I'm getting too old in a way to act. I'm not, I don't move as well. I'm restricted in my mobility because of spinal stenosis. I don't think it's affected my acting. I'm a very good actress, actually, and I'm quite a good documentarian.
I'm Sister Mildred, and I'm indefatigable, except when arriving from the East escorting orphans.
Can I ask you a little bit about your own past? I'm told that when you're at Cambridge, because you went to Cambridge, that you smoked a pipe. Is that true?
Pipe. That is true. I smoked a pipe for about 3 weeks. I smoked a pipe because I wanted to be noticed. And in that 3 weeks, I was noticed, and I really hated it. I hated the pipe. I hated the smoke. I hated the taste. It made me feel sick, and I thought, in the end, this is silly. You can be noticed without smoking a pipe.
Miriam, you are close friends with Esther Ranson. She has terminal cancer at the moment, and she is involved in assisted dying campaign, something which you too feel very strongly about.
I support her. I would be the same, yes. If I found that I had a terminal illness that was going to make me undignified, I would want out, and I would want to be able to do it, or to ask someone to do it for me.
Do you think that will happen in your time?
I can be funny, but life is a serious business, not just a serious business. And you're right. It's something that we all have to face. What are we going to do when we're dying, when we can't move, if we're locked up? That terrible thing that happens when you can't speak. What's going to happen to us? That is scary. And yes, I would hope that assisted dying would be law as soon as possible.
I feel like we've been on a kind of a roller coaster of
but that's life.
Of nonsense and serious stuff.
But I love that, because we can say knickers in a minute and then we'll all have a laugh. You know, that's what life is.
It's been a delight meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
What was she saying to you then?
Do you know, I wish I could remember.
Was it something naughty?
I don't know. No, we didn't. I don't think we dipped the sound there because she suddenly... What she said herself, and she did... she has got this reputation for using, fruity, I think is the word she uses, but she does have a filter. And, you know, in the course of that conversation, which was probably 15, 20 minutes long, I think there are only a couple of times when she said anything that was, you know, questionable. So she absolutely does, and she's very, very charming company. And I dare say her show in Edinburgh will be a romp, because it's Dickens' first half and then anything goes in the second half.
Margolyes and Dickens, the best bits at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival from the 7th of August.